There's a storm coming, my friends. There's a really shit storm coming in Hunter x Hunter. And this is because up to this point in Hunter x Hunter, we have never before seen something on this scale. On this first black whale boat that's leaving to the Dark Continent, there are the Zodiacs, the Anetero, the Princess of Kaiken, the Phantom Troop, Hisoka, Pariston, Jing, Gon's father, Kurapika, Leorio, and a bunch of other NEN users that we don't even know about. Plus, above all that, there is a sacred urn that the Kaikan has that we don't know what it does. That involves a certain NEN beast and a certain ritual. So, it's baffling. So hi everyone, this is Mr. Sassy and I'm here today to do Hunter x Hunter chapter 338 and 358 and 359 review. Now this is going to be a short review because it's already been a late review, and let's get into it. In chapter 358, the first thing that jumped right in front of my eyes is that when they are broadcasting the departure of the Black Whale ship, there are a lot of people gathered there. There are millions of persons just watching that broadcast. I don't know if all of them are heading to the Black Continent, but if I remember correctly, one of these Black Whale ships can hold up to 300,000 people, like it's a whole town. And if there are more black whale ships, then yeah, I think millions of people are going to go to the Dark Continent, to the fake Dark Continent, the outpost that they want to set up before actually leaving to the Dark Continent. But of course, the people do not know that. The king of Kaikan, Hasubi Haiguro, I don't think he is on that ship. I don't think he went to the black whale ship. I think because it's been sketchy. Like, everything that this guy does is to protect himself. Even when he was talking to the people, he was encased in some sort of crystal dome. So probably that no attacks are directed at him to protect him from any attacks. So I don't think this guy would put himself on the first boat leaving to the Dark Continent. Not when so much shit can go wrong. I think that he has body double, like most of the kings do, most of the world leaders probably do, and I think that was a double he sent on the boat because it was very sketchy from his side. Everything was broadcast on monitors. You couldn't tell if he was actually on that helicopter that went to the ship or not. So I think that the king of Kaikan is not on the ship, on the black whale ship, and I think a double of his is on that ship. The ships themselves are made out of 5 decks. The first 3 decks are for general public, and then the first and the second decks are for the Princess of Kaiken and for celebrities. And the decks are split apart from each other. Like, nobody from the third deck can get any upper, so not unless somebody from the second deck wants to open doors to lift the bridge. So that means that whatever is going to happen in the lower decks, because shit is already going wrong right now, is not going to reach the upper decks. Now, according to the Cow Zodiac Mizunai, I think Mizunai is, doesn't matter. According to the Cow Zodiac, doctors are very scarce on the 5th, 4th, and 3rd deck. Like, for example, on the first deck, there's a doctor for every 20 persons, 20 people. And on the second deck, there's, on the 5th deck, sorry, there's a doctor for the entire deck for hundreds of thousands of people. So, yeah, shit is already starting to hit the fan, especially because an unknown organization is stealing tickets, and people are not being allowed to board the black whale ship because their ticket doesn't match. That could be the Phantom Troop. We don't know at this point. What we do know is that all the princes have designated paths so they don't meet with each other, including when they are going to the toilet. They have designated routes. They cannot go whenever they want. They have designated time hours when they can go to eat, when they could go to the toilet. Everything is made out so they cannot meet with each other and try to kill each other on the way to the toilet, for example. The zodiacs are split, like the cow zodiac is in the lower decks, I think he's in deck 4. The other zodiacs are in deck 3, and then the horse, the monkey, and the tiger are guarding Bianetero, and Bianetero is in his cell, and I don't know where that cell is. I think it's on deck 2, I'm not sure. Now, according to Kurapika, there are a lot of problems because in the end of the recruiting, because the Princess of Kaikin were recruiting personnel, and when they didn't have enough personnel, they skipped all the formalities. So there are a bunch of NEN users that are not being identified, and they are hiding on the ship, and not hiding but posing as bodyguards. So there are a lot of unknowns, including the gods themselves. The gods that are guarding the King of Kaikan, they don't know nothing about it. When you look at how things are organized, it's pretty bad, and an attack would come out of anywhere. And it does, because the first victim is Woody. Woody was a bodyguard from Kurapika's crew, and he's found in the toilet. His blood was sucked out of him, and he was like a husk with holes in it. Of course, Kurapika starts asking everyone around if they can use NEN, that this attack was done probably by NEN users, and nobody wants to reveal if they can use NEN or not. And Kurapika draws the conclusion that this is because they do not know about the war that is going on with the princess. They think that their job is just guarding the princess or the little prince, and that's it, that nobody is going to attack them. But that's not the case, because now only one prince can survive, so they are going to be attacked by other gods, but they don't know that. And Kurapika says that probably Periston doesn't know about that either. And we can see Benjamin, the first prince, is already teeming with energy, like he wants to kill somebody right now. He cannot afford to make the first move, because you know, whoever makes the first move will end up drawing a lot of energy, and then he will be a victim himself. But he's prepared for anything. So Benjamin is like, or whatever, doing his own thing. The other two sisters, Kachio and Fuikuchi, also want to do their own thing. I mean, Kachio tries to manipulate Fuiguchi into killing all the other princes, and then she says that I will ask father to spare your life once I am king. So Kachio is very manipulative, and Fuiguchi doesn't like that, but I think she's going to side with her nevertheless. And by the way, Melody is part of Kachio's group, and she knows everything about Kachio is fake. Now, there isn't really a day. They haven't left for one day. I mean, I think there was a few hours since their departure, and Kurapika's bodyguards started to fall. First he found Woody in the toilet, and then when he was returning from the dining room, he found another five or six guys with the same wounds upon them, inflicted upon them, and with no blood inside their body. And now Kurapika is hands off, chains are in plain sight, and he's starting to interrogate everyone. So that's chapter 359. A lot of things happening right off the bat, right when they are leaving. They aren't even in international waters yet. They haven't left Kaiken, and a lot of things are already happening. Riots are starting, mafia groups are there, assassinations, and all of that shit. So I will be surprised if they reach the fake Dark Continent with half of their crew intact. I would be surprised. But as I said at the beginning, a real shitstorm is about to hit Hunter x Hunter. And I hope Togashi doesn't take another hiatus, cause I want to reach at least the fake Dark Continent, and I don't want another 2-year hiatus. But that being said, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day.
Any rational society would either kill me or put me to some use.